What's up, guys? It's SWBW Workout. Here to bring you another controversial video. Last week we made a truth about the fitness industry, and we got quite a bit of feedback in person. People enjoyed it, so we thought we'd make a part two, talking about methods of training, like how to apply them and everything.
What else was covering in terms of methods of training was why it doesn't apply to everyone. One specific way isn't going to be the same for everyone. That's what it was mainly trying to touch on as well. But we'll come to examples of that as well in terms of what exercises. But
yeah, so I might as well just go back to origins in terms of training. One of the best examples is when years ago we used to obviously mainly do calisthenics, and the first bread and butter calisthenics was pull-ups, and a lot of people had all their kind of different methods, ideas, methodologies, ideology, whatever, of how to do it. And eventually I just looked up bar stars, practiced myself, saw what worked for me. And that's when I started to learn and realize that, everybody's body anatomy, joints are different. So for someone to say, oh, you're not doing it right because it looks different to them is wrong, because as I said, we've learned how to get proper form. You're literally, as long as you're doing that, and you're coming down, it's clean, you're hitting the proper muscles, getting the right tension and resistance, it's fine. And then someone who could have maybe shorter limbs or something,
there's going to be a lot of difference in terms of your anatomy build up and your genetics. There's always going to be, it might be the most minor tweak or difference, but there's always going to be a slight difference. For example, someone doing a squat or someone doing a pull-up, their range of motion might be slightly shorter or different as opposed to someone else, because what people need to realize is your hip joint, your ball and socket that fits into the hip joint where it leads into the femur bone, that sometimes sticks out a bit further for others than for some. It actually sits in quite nicely. So that's why some people can do a nice upright squat and hit depth really low because they've got a shorter femur to torso ratio, whereas opposed someone whose ball and socket joint sits out a little bit more, it's going to have to take a bit of a wider stance, and it's probably going to have to sit back a bit more just because they have a long legs and shorter torso. So you've got some people who go right down easy, some people have to really sit back. Same as the pull-up, some people can completely lock out under the bar. Some people have to still create some flexion because it's bad for their joints. Some people might even have their shoulder come out of their socket, which is, and imagine doing that as a PT just because you're only used to one way of teaching. That's why it's important to, even if you're not a professional trainer or you're just someone who's giving advice, it's always important to consider the person's anatomy build up, even go through like a little consultation just to ask them some questions, because you don't know of their medical history. There's so many factors that go into it that people don't really consider. But like I was saying to you guys last week about people getting you in a certain condition in stupid time, like just over a month, is bullshit, because you're not going to be able to do that. You're just going to be figuring out what works for them in those first couple of weeks before stuff actually starts making progress. So
exactly. I mean, you can even go down to like a simple basics of, I'm pretty sure everyone knows there's three body types. You've got your ectomorphic, your mesomorphic, your endomorphic. But then in terms of DNA and stuff like that, there can even be combinations. Like some people can be hybrid body types. You could be an endo and an ecto, or a meso and an ecto, or an endo and a meso. Yeah, exactly him. So that's what I'm saying. You've got to think about these and how to apply them, because honestly, the reason why we make these vids and want to touch on these topics are you can really injure yourself, if not even worse, kill yourself. And I've seen some people where, going back on pull-ups, they're doing it wrong, and I've gone over to them and I was saying, you're doing the pull-up wrong. It's you should be doing it this way, do that. And I'm just giving them the basic idea, not telling them how they should do their body. I'm saying, does that feel comfortable? Does that? And they'll be like, yeah, that works, thanks. And then next time I see them, they're doing it really well. And then on the flip side, you get someone who has an ignorant, you know, kind of mentality because they don't want to be taught, where you're just giving help. And they're literally doing something where I had to cringe, where their clavicle, the joints, all of that. I'm just thinking after a while, that's going to be a complete snap, tear, maybe even a pop out.
That's it.
And you're finished, and you're going to be out for time. That might even be a life-changing injury where you can't train again. And this is why, you know, going back to what I said, you want to touch on these things. Your body is going to be unique to someone else's. Obviously, you know, a pull-up is a pull-up or a squat is a squat. There's only really one way to do it. But the way, the end result of how it's going to look is going to be the same. But the way it's done is going to be different, as my brother Albert just said. Some people might sit back more and squat deeper. Some people might sit a bit forward and squat a bit higher. But as long as the tension is there, the muscles are getting work. Yeah, it's going to be perfect.
As long as you're not doing like a quarter squat and you're not actually hitting 90 degrees, then that's a whole different story. You should even be squatting in that case. But
I mean,
yes, but another thing as well, it depends on your different fitness goals, because some people might be building strength, just solely strength and power, something like powerlifting examples where you're just working low reps but high weight. Could be you're doing hypertrophy training like we're doing at the start of this year, so you're trying to build muscle. And some people might just be the general basis of fitness. It might not be as specific as those, but there's loads of different things, because on the next video, I have to remember, we're going to be talking about energy systems. So you've got your adenosine triphosphate, your lactate thresholds, and your aerobic system, but that's another detailed one we're going to touch on next time.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's any new people getting into this, I hope this will clear up and maybe alleviate your worries, because I know the fitness industry can, you know, create a bit of anxiety in people where they're like, oh gosh, I'm not sure if I can get into that. Where we can all train no matter what. No one can tell you different. As long as you're prepared, it's your goals. No one has to tell you what to do. They can advise you, but your goals are your own. You will be able to reach it. So hopefully this video will, you know, as I said, alleviate those anxieties and make you want to train. And as my brother said, we'll go on the energy systems next time. So as usual, if you enjoyed this, follow us on Instagram.
Train with us as well.
Yeah,
definitely. Our session one time, because we're going to try and make it as cushioned and not so as intimidating for people to join in with, because it's not fanatical. It's just your bread and butter exercises, but just a good vibe, as we were saying last week. So definitely Tuesday, Friday, try and meet us.
Don't want to steal Pure Gym slogan, but it's a good one. Everybody welcome. So come along and we'll see what we can do. So that's Southwest Pro workout for you again. We'll speak to you guys next time. But how long? What's up, guys? Southwest Pro workout. Bringing you another kind of controversial video again. Last week we made a truth about the fitness industry, and we got quite a bit of feedback in person. People liked it, and we thought we'd make a part 2. So today we're going to talk about methods of training. Oh,
I just said I'm belly in the shot.
I didn't even see you. Sorry. Well, maybe we move forward.
If they catch it in Scott.
Well, let me have a look. That's a bit of a